Alrighty everyone, welcome back. So we're just going to continue on with some of the component placement for our flyback converter power supply. So now I'm just going to take like a little sort of a detour, and I'm going to focus on placing all the components that go around this controller right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place all the components around it, and then I'm going to move them as a group wherever I want them on the board. So hopefully that makes sense. And kind of what I mentioned previously, so this is like a design for manufacturing tip. So what you want to do is place all of your components, if they're, for example, so I want to place all my SMD components on the same side of the board. That's going to reduce manufacturing costs by a lot. Furthermore, if you go ahead and look at this 3D layout mode, what we're doing is, okay, so these are through-hole components, which means the solder is going to be placed on this side of the board, right? And this is an SMD component, and the solder is going to be placed on this side of the board as well. So what we're trying to do is limit the number of passes this thing has to go through, like the soldering station of the fab house, and this will reduce costs by a lot. So if all the solder is being applied to the same side of the board, that'll drastically reduce the number of times. It'll improve your lead time and reduce your costs. So that's what we're going to do. And these are through-hole components right here, so I'm going to section these off. But what I'm going to do is highlight all of these surface mount components right here, click on the layer, click bottom layer, so now these are all on the bottom layer. So next I'm just going to start kind of fiddling around with this and seeing where I can place all the components, stuff like that. And so basically, yeah, I'm just going to go through and kind of inch these puppies around. I did Control F, so I flipped the board, so now everything is looks correct to me from the bottom side. So that's what I'm doing next. Okay, so just some quick comments. So yeah, so this is like a preliminary placing. So I kind of just grouped all the components. So I was paying attention to the schematic, so I have an idea of what components need to go next to each other. And so what I'll do is kind of like group these little smaller groups around our controller, kind of seeing where they need to be placed. Just kind of group them into where I think they'll fit well in terms of like routing and stuff. So yeah, then we'll kind of just group these here for now. So yeah, so this is So what we'll end up doing is we'll take this entire group and we'll just move it around on the board wherever we think we need it. So I think that will wrap up this part of the little component placement, and then we'll move on to some other sections in the next video. Please drop a like if this video helps you out. It really helped my channel, so I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all of the other videos in this project series. I'll be releasing them regularly. I also post a lot of other electrical engineering related content, so that might be something you're interested in. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.